Hello, beautiful people. It is day 29. It's day 29. Tomorrow is going to be the last day for this series of like the 30-day challenge that I've done to challenge myself, to be seen, to let myself be seen and face my fears. And today I wanted to share some tips, tips and tricks for empath and highly sensitive people, like a brief introduction, just being that highly sensitive people and empathetic people are actually very attuned to the energy that are in their environments and that people are emitting, and they feel literally exactly what the other person would feel. So it's very easy for them to understand and be compassionate with other people because they're actually feeling their energy into their bodies and their own bodies. So it can be very overwhelming, and usually it's kind of like it can be hard to handle. So I just wanted to give a few tips. And the first question I want to ask is, are you aware if the energy that you are carrying or you are feeling is yours or is someone else's? If you take a little bit of time to ponder on this, you will actually have an intuition, like a clear knowing about this. It just requires a little bit of awareness and noticing or asking yourself the question, is it actually mine? Like, is this anger mine? Or is this fear mine? Or is it someone else? Someone else's fear that I'm just like taking in as my own. So starting to practice differentiating, is it actually coming from me or is it an energy that someone else is bringing up, is I think is one of the first key, as you will be able to create a more and more space to not carry burdens that are actually not yours. You have enough of yourselves to carry someone else's, right? So first is like practicing this awareness of, is it mine, is it my energy or is it someone else's energy? Then if this is someone else's energy, or if there is just a lot of if there is a lot of energy that you're currently carrying, then I have more tips or more trick. The first one would be like, go ground in nature. Take a walk. Take a walk in nature. Alone is better. um, Preferably far from other types of stimulus like cars or a lot of lights or something like this. Even if you just go for like outside of your house, that would already help. Usually just the fresh air is just bringing a lot of cleansing. But really ground in nature, like you even can put your hand or your feet on your grass or on the really on the ground, and resting in this or touching trees as well is really helpful, as like Mother Earth as just this energy. She's um really I want to say like huge. She can handle a lot of things, and even if you're starting to like touch trees and just come to their, trying to sync up to their rhythm, it will bring you to peace and stillness very quickly because they're not affected the same way by energy. And there is a peaceful stillness that nature is able to offer. So all the energy that you're carrying in your body, you can actually just send it back to earth and let your system settle. um, the third tip I have is to shake and move. I would actually do that really often now. If you look at animals and how they're dealing with, I want to say like traumatic events or something like this, they actually would shake, like literally shake. I can do it right here because I'm on a couch, but I would literally shake my whole body, shake my legs, shake my feet, shake my arms, making sounds like not screaming, but even like a om, like om, the vibration is actually helping to have the energy lift out of your body. um, and what I want to say though on top of this is that your body literally knows already how to move the energy. So try to tune in into your body and let it just do whatever it wants to do to feel better, and really allow yourself a space where you can feel safe to do something like this. You can even put some music and let your body just move exactly how it wants to do. So sometimes I would just dance by myself, shake, and follow my body's intuition and how to move the energy so it can get out of my body and it's not trapped anymore. Um, the four the fourth uh, tip I have would be to create an altar and have some rituals. So creating an altar, you can actually just have like little statues or candles or crystals or anything that is just actually attractive to you. And I personally love having check-ins with myself in the morning and in the evenings as a self-care practice. It's really a moment for myself. I can just tune into letting go of everything, being with myself, honoring this moment, being grateful for this moment. And I just love the altar because it's made of all the little things that create absolute beauty to me. Um, so sometimes you could have like pictures, you can have flowers, something that is like bringing you joy, more, more than anything else, bringing you joy and reminding you of your own divinity. And yeah, so checking in the morning and the evening, or having little rituals, or burning sage and Palo Santo are also very known to clear up negative energies and cleansing. So that's also a very good way to reset, like press the reset button, either the beginning of your day or the end of your day. And I also have like some of my ritual um, things, like little objects that I'm carrying with me in a little bag um, when I'm traveling. So wherever I go, I know I can have like some kind of pop-up altar. So everywhere I go, I can have some rituals, and I'm always like ready for that. Um, yeah, and so that, and using those moments to check in with yourself. What am I carrying today? Is there energy that I can release? And the fifth tip and trick would be starting to learn how to say no. And this is the most difficult, and this work requires the most practice, but it's also the one that like makes the most, like the biggest difference. When you start to recognize what energies are coming into your life and coming into your body, and what you're allowing or not, you will, if you're starting to want to dive into some actual self-love and self-care for yourself, um, and honoring yourself, you also need to look at how you are draining yourself. So I know that for most people, when we're empathetic, we tend to want to help people a lot, we care a lot, we have a lot of compassion, we know we're like awesome listeners and holding space and facilitating other people's growth, but we tend to not track really well how we are actually draining ourselves. And this is a complete disservice, because when you're drained, you cannot help anyone. You cannot help anyone else. So it's learning how to put your silhouette on first before helping anyone else. It's learn to track the constant negative energies that are coming into your life and start saying no to this. Start really not engaging with it anymore. And being very clear of like, I actually don't want to, if this is someone in your life, is like, I actually uh, don't like engaging with you, not necessarily liking, but I would say something like, I'm actually practicing some self care, and I'm noticing that after I have a conversation with you, I'm feeling drained, and I love you, I care for you, and at this time I really need to care for myself first. Um, and this feels very uncomfortable at the beginning, but you'll know that after a while, like, there is a lot of energy that is saved, and you can actually be even more effective in helping people and the kind of magic you're doing. um, yeah. Oh, and the last thing is that if you're actually ready to say something like this, or not ready to say something like this to someone in your environment, it might be that it's actually pointing at something in yourself. So some kind of like fear of loss, fear of abandonment or rejection, or being alone, something like this. And that is a wonderful pointer to start also do some introspection and staying with those energies within yourself, and then do some healing work on this. So that's another pointer. I think that's gonna be it for today. Um, yeah. My just I love you. Oh my god. I know there is a lot of empathetic and empath and highly sensitive people out there. That sometimes the world is tough because there. Oh my god, there is so many energies all the time. So I hope this helping, and I will talk to you tomorrow for day 30, last day of this challenge. And yeah, wish you the best. As usual. Bye, my friends. Bye bye.